first question, was it hard to make visa to go to Russia?
No, not really. I mean, we, as a journalist, we have to have a special journalist visa. We use a company in London, so it takes 2 weeks. It's reasonably expensive, but when we go to the Russian embassy, everything's fine. It's quite quick. It's actually getting a Russian visa is a lot easier than getting an American visa.
No, it's really simple actually. We've got a company that helped us do it, and CSK were really helpful. So actually, we got it without too much hassle.
Yes, fairly. Yes. It seems. I mean, I've been here many times. I think this is my 4th time in 12 months, and it does seem as if it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit more difficult to get through the red tape, for example. But actually, in my experience, I don't actually think it's. I think it's probably harder for Russian people to get into England at the moment. So, you know, it's a strange one.
What difficulties have you faced in Russia?
Nothing at all. It was. No, absolutely nothing. And at least I've been here a few times now. I was here in September for Manchester United and Liverpool. I was in St. Petersburg for the World Cup draw in 2015. So I've no problems whatsoever. Just bad traffic.
None so far. I mean, I don't speak any Russian, so that's probably the hardest thing. But yeah, we've been welcomed really well. The hotel's really nice. The transport was easy, so we've had no issues whatsoever.
Oh, none at all. I really enjoy the country. As far as I'm concerned, absolutely nothing. I really enjoy coming here, and I always look forward to it.
What is your impression of Russian fans?
Russian fans, look, there's an element that have caused trouble in the same way that English fans, you know, we cannot criticise Russian football fans and then say English football fans are well behaved, because they're not. I think obviously the violence that the Russians caused was much worse than anything we've seen, but equally England fans need to behave better. It's a shame that this has happened, because in the previous 3 major tournaments before Marseille, there wasn't a single incident with the England fans. So it was a shame it happened. I don't think there'll be any trouble at the World Cup. I really don't.
Really good. I mean, there was a small number that were at the Arsenal game last week that were great. They were singing with their tops off, and it was a bit cold, and obviously, but yeah, they seem they're very passionate supporters. So we're looking forward to that, and obviously into the World Cup and everything. So
okay, I mean, obviously people talk about the Euros and so on, but in my experience, I've not seen that particularly close up. So that's not really my impression. I think they're passionate fans.
What do you think about the boycott of the World Cup?
Never happened. Ridiculous idea, and no one with half a brain is taking that seriously. No one in football. The problem with that, it would be maybe 1 or 2 members of Parliament from England suggest it, but there's no one that has really considered that. It would be a terrible idea. England did not, Britain did not boycott Moscow 1980.
From England?
Yes.
I don't think it will happen. I think when it first came out, there was a lot of issues surrounding it, but from a football perspective, I don't think there's any chance that England won't be at the World Cup. It's too important to England. It's too important to the country, really.
Oh yeah, but they won't do it. They absolutely will not do it. I mean, that's politicians talking and diplomats, but there's no way that, in my opinion, we'll stay away from like football, and the English and the English FA will stay away from the Russian World Cup. No way.
And last question: are you going to the World Cup?
Yes, yeah, I'll be with the England team. So we're going to be in Rapino, which is a village near St. Petersburg. And hopefully we will stay in the World Cup longer than we did 4 years ago when we were terrible.
I'm not, sadly. I wish I was, because I've enjoyed my time here, but no, I won't be coming.
Yes.